Okay, time to see if we can get this working. So we need to find how this system applies some kind of action. Where would the steal action happen? Maybe something like start turn. Um, Process turn maybe. Subject action. Start action. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Action apply or use item. Okay. Apply global. Hmm. So what does apply global do? Might just be apply. Let's check out apply. Got a target being passed in. Item user effect. Ah, they gain TP if they attack or okay. By item effect. Oh, so this is how they handle that. It's not what we need right now, but it's definitely good to know that if we need to add some kind of effect, maybe we'd want to add it here. Now, maybe that is what we want. The effect could be steal. Anyway, let's cut this or copy this. Blast it in here somewhere. So we will console log out this item and also the target. So what we want to see here is steal and then the goblin that we attack. Goblin B. Let's see. Okay. Guard, guard, guard. So here we go. That was the one. ID 5, which is steal, awesome. And then below that is the game enemy B. Cool. So we've captured that we are using the steal on this enemy. Where was I? Uh, let's console log this as well because I think I added the important data to the action. Steal item data is what we're looking for. So this here, game action. Let's see, steal item data W5. Okay. So we can see that on this action we are trying to steal this item. We are definitely using steal. And the enemy, let's see, the enemy has a set of steel items. Nice. So what's the order here? We want to catch that the skill we've used has steel. Just make sure that the item we've selected does match up with something in the enemy array, otherwise something weird's happened. What else? Alright, let's try and process it then. We will. When do we want to do it? I guess we want to run everything originally. And we just call that, passing in this and target. So this is what we currently do. I'll put it above just so I remember. So if this dot item dot meta dot steal item, or if it, I guess if it doesn't have that, we can just return then. But if it does have it, we'll keep going, and then we can say steal data equals this dot steal item data. Hmm. Just wondering if we even have to check if the what you're trying to steal does actually exist on the object. In order to get this far, you should have selected it through the window, and if you didn't, then you know what, for now, I'll ignore percentage chances and all of this. I'll just say if you try to steal it, we will just give you it. Can I do target dot, what was it again? Where are the steal items? Yeah, just in steal items, okay. This steal items equals target dot steal items filter steal item dot what do we call it again? Data class and ID. Okay, so data class does not equal steal item data dot data class. Hold on, we'll do this other way around. So we'll say if the data class matches and the ID matches, but then we reverse it. So we'll say if that's not the case. And we'll console log the target at the end just to see if the item has been removed. And then we'll do game party dot gain item. I should probably have to hold on. If the steal item data dot data class is equal to G, then we will add gold, gain gold, and it'll be steal item data dot ID, which is technically the value. Otherwise, we will try to gain an item. Steal items dot get item from data class and ID, and we'll pass in the steal item data class and the steal item data ID. And then we'll gain the item and just one because I've not catered for grabbing multiple of the same item. Let's console log the game party just to see if we can actually notice that they have gained an item now. Or the gold. I should probably remove all this stuff just to clean up the window a bit. So console.log, let's see what we can get rid of. Get rid of the matches. Oh, we've got it right here. Remove steal item, add steal item. So here where we've said steal item data, this is probably not what we wanted. It's probably index here. Grab the index. I guess I should keep that for now. Okay, we pop the index in there, and then down here when we have the steal items, this would be maybe target dot steal items, and then we pass in the steal item data as an index. So this probably needs to be renamed to someone else. I rename from here F2. Okay, steal item index is what we'll go with. This might not be right, but we'll just roll with it. Steal item index. Oh no, this is data. This is steal item data. This is steal item index. We can just do target dot remove steal item and pass in the steal index. This may take on the object, and then removing it, deleting it here might destroy what's in here. So we need to keep an eye on that. Well, let's just run, see where we are. Try and steal 100 gold. Ah. Steal 300. Oh yeah. So what did we do? We got put out the enemy. Let's see, steal items. It's only got 1, 2, and 3 now. Interestingly, deleting. Right, we definitely don't want to be using the index that way then. Let's go steal item data. And we will do this the way we did it down below previously. Filter. This.steal items equals this steal items, and we'll filter out if the data class and the ID are the same. And so maybe that was the problem for why it crashed as well. Let's see. Okay, guard. Let's see. Undefined. Steal 101. Steal item data. Okay, so where did that come in from? Steal 293. Steal item data should be. Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, because now we're getting it through as the data again. This steal item data is the item rather than an index, so maybe that's it. We'll try and steal 100 Gs. Okay, so what was passed in? G ID. Oh, maybe it's because it's a string here. We need to be parsing that as a number. So maybe, yeah, maybe just here is the when we get this, we want to be storing that as a number. So right from the get-go, we should be doing that rather than letting it get this far. Right here, because this is an ID or a value, so it's always going to be a number. So we should be casting that ASAP. Okay, there was no effect, so let's get through these attacks and let's see where we are. So here's us using steel. Here is the enemy. Steel items only has these three things. Does not have the gold anymore. Yep, so that was before and after, but again, because the way this console works, if you're not looking at it, it seems like it updates all of these objects to be the latest version, which is a weird way of doing it. So yeah, the steel items, the gold is gone. Let's see, the game party has 100 gold now. Very cool. And then that's just them attacking me. Okay. So let's try again. Okay, awesome. The Goblin 1, or Goblin A, still has the 100 gold. Goblin B no longer has the gold. Let's try stealing the Dragon Blade. Okay, let's see. So here it is. The enemy no longer has the weapon. Nice. Game party items, weapons. There we go. 5-1. It's got weapon 5 and it has one of them. Very nice. It doesn't have it anymore. So I think probably the last part for the combat is to try and get it to not say that nothing happened. No effect. So how do we get rid of that then? Where is that coming from? There was no effect. There was no. I'd be coming from the text manager somewhere. Let's have a look. There was no effect. It's called action failure. Okay, text manager action failure. Now, where do we actually use this? Not here. Not here. Hmm. Display failure. Right, here we go. Hit and success. So we just need to change the result, it looks like. The hit or success. Which, interestingly enough, I think that was part of what we already have inside here somewhere. We've got the result. If it's a hit, then it does something. So where do we set the success? Maybe we can just set result.success and that will cover it. Or I guess that will be if the percentage chance works and you steal. Let's see what's on the object. So yeah, okay, make success. We just call make success. Do we just leave it blank otherwise? This dot make success. Oh, target. Okay, pass in the target. Okay. So we're gonna try and steal potion. Okay, it didn't say failure. We'll need to pop up some kind of message if you successfully steal though. So how do we do that? Battle log. Okay, we maybe just do this. Let's get our own battle log going. Window battle log. Display steal success. We can pass in a target, and then we can also pass in steal item data. Let's make a parameter for this. Let's say steal success message. The text to display when you successfully steal. Okay, let's try this. So we'll say item steal success message. We don't want it to be a number anymore. Let's do the same thing but for fail.